It's hard to believe, but we are finishing up our This Is Us series over the next couple days. We are studying Acts 27 and 28. Today, the title of our time together is Who Are You Listening To? When I was younger, I was into the rapper Eminem. Now, some of you maybe have no clue who that is. Others of you are flashing back, and some of you don't even want to admit that you know who that is. But I would consistently listen to Eminem. But as I listened to him, I noticed my life was slowly starting to change. And I realized at a young age that who I listen to will ultimately end up leading my life. Well, Paul is on his way to Rome for his trial. A centurion is accompanying him to make sure that he gets to Rome like he's supposed to. But as they are going there, Paul has some advice. In verse 9 and 10, here's what it says. So Paul warned them, that's the centurion and everyone else, "Men, I can see that our voyage is going to be disastrous and bring great loss to ship and cargo and to our own lives also." But the centurion, instead of listening to what Paul said, followed the advice of the pilot and the owner of the ship. Well, eventually, what Paul says comes true. They end up getting wrecked on an island called Malta. In this moment, we see that the centurion would rather listen to the owner and the pilot of the ship rather than listen to Paul, which eventually led them to a trial. As we look at our lives, let's ask the question, who are we really listening to? If we're not listening to God, we will have someone else leading our lives. Eventually, I realized Eminem wasn't the best for me, and I started listening to more positive things that would bring me closer to Jesus. And as a result, I noticed my life slowly turned as well. Who I listen to ultimately dictates who will lead my life. I hope you can join me tomorrow as we look at the Savior in the storm. God bless.